Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're back at Custom Coatings today working on the S13. We're hopefully going to get the rear guards all sanded, filled in and ready for primer. And then we're going to begin fitting the rear bumper and maybe even the rear wing as well. So really getting that fitment on the rear end dialed in, and then we're going to work our way forward from there like Grant said last time. So let's go take a look at what's been going on.
This was the first mountain of work that we got through, but it's solid now, right? We're gonna call this the preliminary primer, as in this is where you start to see actually what the panel looks like in one color, because you can see on the other side it's a bit difficult, you know, to get a proper understanding until it's in one color. So here we are now. We can see where obviously the swage lines need work, you know, to get them more consistent, because that is not. And then we've got some waviness through here and quite a few things to deal with to get it looking nice. But that's checkpoint one for this side. I'm gonna get the other side up the same checkpoint, and then just work through it that way. You know what I'm saying?
To all the ladies in the place with style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical douches in your bushes, who rock grooves and make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club, sipping my wet is where you find me. The back of the club, macking holes, my crew's behind me. Mad question asking, blunt passing, music blasting. But I just can't quit, because one of these honeys Biggie got to creep with, sleep with, keep the ep a secret. Why not? Why blow up my spot? Cause we both got hot. Now check it, I got more Mac than Craig and in the bed. Believe me sweetie, I got enough to feed the needy. No need to be greedy, I got mad friends with Benz and see notes by the layers. True fucking players.
It's actually a mad decent checkpoint, bro, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Got this trimmed in, you know. That's marked up. Actually, no, this is bolted in, to be honest. So I've just taken it off now, but it's on. This rear bumper, obviously we got to section this. I'm not quite sure. Obviously we got to wait for the wheels, because we'll just I think we'll just match the bottom of this up, like we were saying, to the bottom of the side skirt, so that that line through the side profile is consistent. So yeah, we've got all the clearances cut out of this now. As you can see there, so now on any of the bumper corners and stuff like that to be under pressure, because that's what causes bulges like this. So just made all the relief cuts where we needed to. So now the bumper is basically situated with its mechanical fixings. And I'll go around and do all the lines and the gap work now. Like we were just saying before, I got to figure out this through here, you know, to support that bumper up a bit further, so that we can get a nice consistent panel gap between the bumper and this filler panel. But yeah, that's the nature of this beast. Do this section, other section, and this section, and just go through it like that. But it's gonna look delicious when it's done.
Wicked, so super stoked at how the rear's looking now. Like Grant said, we're just gonna fix up all the gapping and, you know, make sure it's all mounted properly and shit before we move on to the rest of the car, because the fitment of this will determine the fitment of the side skirts, which will determine the fitment of the front fenders and the front bumper and all that. It's currently Friday. On Monday, I'm gonna go grab my wheels that just came in from Auto Stance, and those have already got the tires fitted on them, so then we'll be able to chuck those on the car and lower it and, you know, check the fitment of the rear bumper, side skirts, and, you know, how the tires fit in the fenders and all that. So see you on Monday. Alright, so we're back here at Custom Coatings. It's Monday now, and I just picked up my wheels from Auto Stance. We got some AR1 tires fitted on them. So these wheels and the stance that you're about to see, the camber and everything, it's all very, like, you know, rough. We don't have, you know, the stuff here to do the suspension adjustments. So this is all just, you know, how it was adjusted years ago. But we got the wheels, so I can finally see what they're gonna look like on the car with tires. Super happy with how they came out. Super happy. They look fucking sick. The dish isn't quite as deep as I wanted, so it's pretty much the same dish on the front as it is the rear. So we will have to use a big spacer on the rear to get it to sit really nicely, but I'm pretty confident that with this tire, which is a Nankang AR1 295/30, so it's quite a thin sidewall, really meaty tire, so that'll be perfect for cert. And then when we want to go drifting, we can chuck some cheap Chinese tires on the back, stretch the fuck out of them, lower it, put some big camber on it, and it'll look real proper. I'm gonna get them mounted now. We also got the hardware from 326 as well, and these cool red center caps, which look sick. So I'm gonna chuck them on the car now, and then we'll take it off the jacks, lower it, and see what it looks like. So I just picked up some spacers for the Beamer as well. So we put some 15mm spacers on the front and some 12mm spacers on the back. Really just helped out the fitment. The wheels were super sunk into the fenders, so it looks way better now. I'll show you a quick before and after that fitment. Next thing for the Beamer, we're going to get some H&R Super Sport lowering springs, which will make it quite a bit lower. And then we're going to get some Apex Arc 8 wheels, which are some super lightweight brushed metal wheels that'll look beautiful, and they're not like break the bank expensive either. So doing just a nice clean build on the Beamer, not anything super expensive, because just the maintenance alone is fucking ridiculous. I recently replaced the turbo solenoids and the coolant pump on this, which was just those two things were like a quarter the price of the purchase price of the car. So this is kind of like a simple clean build. We'll do some lowering springs, wheels, and maybe a bit of aero, and then maybe fix up the paint here and there, do a bit of a color tune. I was thinking maybe the roof black would look quite nice, and yeah, then it'll pretty much be good. I mean, I'm on stage 2+ now. It makes about 430 horsepower. These new Michelin Pilot Sport 5s I just got on the front, and we're rocking the 4S on the back, and they are amazing tires. Like, super good in the rain and in the dry. They're just crazy. So this car's been a blast to drive recently, and we'll probably do a bit more of an in-depth look at the Beamer soon, once I've done a few more things, and definitely some driving clips as well, because this thing looks pretty tame, but it's a fucking monster out on the road. Maybe some reaction videos would be fun. Alright, so we got the wheels on the Silvia. It's looking fucking sick. Obviously, as I said before, this is the whole fitment is like a draft. We got heaps of work to do with the camber. We might put some different tires on it after cert and all that stuff, but it's looking mint. I think it looks way better, now that the wheels have tires on them. They're all fitted. It's on the ground. It's looking sick. And we found a little part in the front where the wheels aren't turning properly, but we can just fold back that metal by the firewall. Should be fine. And yeah, now Grant's gonna get the rear section all finished up this week, and yeah, we should be back in maybe end of this week, start of next week, start seeing some progress being done down the side of the car. But super pumped up. It's looking fucking mint, and I think we're gonna get some pretty slick fitment on this once it's all been painted and everything. So that's pretty much it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye.